Hello, friends. In this video, we're going to learn how you can improve your English using daily news in a simple and practical way. I'll show you a step-by-step method that you can follow in just 15 minutes a day. No complicated rules, no boring theory. If you want to improve your English for real-life communication, make sure to subscribe to the channel and let's get started. Most people read news like this. They read headlines, skip difficult words, and move on. And after 5 minutes, they forget everything. The biggest mistake? They never speak. That's why even after reading news daily, their English doesn't improve. So what's the solution? The solution is simple, but most people don't follow it. You need to stop reading news passively and start learning actively. Passive reading means you just read and forget. Active learning means you read, understand, think, and actually use the language. Instead of just consuming news, you need to turn it into a learning tool. And for that, you don't need hours of study. You just need the right method. I call this the three-step news method, a simple, practical system that can improve your English in just 15 minutes a day. Step 1 is choose the right news source. Step 1 is very important. Choose the right news source. Most people make a big mistake here. They directly start reading very difficult English, and then they feel frustrated. If the content is too hard, you will not learn. You will only feel confused. So always start with simple and clear English. For example, you can start with BBC News, because their language is very clean and easy to understand. Once you feel comfortable, you can move to slightly harder sources like CNN. And later, if you want advanced English, you can try the New York Times. The key idea is don't jump directly to advanced level. Start simple, build confidence, and then slowly level up. Step 2 is the three-step reading method. Now comes the most powerful part, the three-step reading method. This is where real learning happens, not just reading, but understanding and speaking. Let's break it down. Step A, skim the article. First, read the news quickly. Don't stop for difficult words. Just try to understand the main idea. What is this news about? Many people get stuck on every word. Don't do that. Your goal here is only to get the overall meaning. Step B, read deeply. Now read the same article again, slowly. This time, focus on understanding. Highlight 2 to 3 new words or useful sentences. Try to guess the meaning from context before checking Google. This step builds your vocabulary and comprehension. Step C, speak the summary. This is the most important step. Close the article and say in your own words, "This news is about." Even if your English is not perfect, still speak. Because if you don't speak, your English will never improve. Reading gives you input, but speaking creates real improvement. Step 3 is vocabulary technique. Now let's talk about vocabulary, the right way to learn new words. Most people try to memorize long word lists and forget everything the next day. That approach doesn't work. Instead, use a simple 3-part method. Whenever you find a new word, don't just write the meaning. Write it like this: word, meaning, and your own sentence. For example, word, announce, meaning to tell something officially. Your sentence, the company announced a new policy. See the difference? You are not just learning the word, you are using it. And that's what makes it stick in your memory. Also, don't try to learn too many words in one day. Just pick 3 to 5 useful words and understand them deeply. Quality is more important than quantity. Step 4 is use news videos. Now let's improve your listening and pronunciation using news videos. Reading alone is not enough. If you want to understand real conversations, you must train your ears. Start watching short news videos from sources like BBC News or CNN. But don't just watch like entertainment. Use this simple method. First, watch the video with subtitles. Try to understand how words are pronounced. Second, pause and repeat the sentences. Speak along with the speaker. This is called shadowing. Third, focus on tone and accent. Notice how they stress certain words and connect sentences. At first, it may feel difficult, but if you practice daily, your listening and speaking will improve very fast. Remember, your goal is not just to understand English, but to sound natural as well. Step 5 is daily 15-minute routine. Now you might be thinking, this sounds good, but I don't have much time. Don't worry, you only need 15 minutes a day. Here's a simple routine you can follow. First 5 minutes, read one short news article. Don't overthink, just focus on understanding the main idea. Next 5 minutes, note down 3 to 5 new words. Write their meaning and make your own sentences. Last 5 minutes, close the article and speak a summary. Say, this news is about, and explain it in your own words. That's it. Just 15 minutes. If you do this consistently every day, you will start seeing improvement in your English within a few weeks. Remember, consistency is more important than doing too much in one day. There are some common mistakes people do. Now let's talk about some common mistakes you should avoid. Mistake number 1, reading silently all the time. If you only read in your mind and never speak, your English will stay passive. You will understand, but you won't be able to talk. Mistake number 2, translating everything into Hindi. This slows down your thinking. Try to understand directly in English instead of translating every word. Mistake number 3, learning too many words at once. People try to learn 20 to 30 words in a day and forget most of them. Instead, learn fewer words, but use them in sentences. And one more important mistake, being afraid of making mistakes while speaking. Remember, mistakes are part of learning. If you wait to be perfect, you will never start. So speak more, think in English, and focus on improvement, not perfection. So now you have a complete system to improve your English using daily news. And this method actually works because it focuses on all 3 things that matter: input, understanding, and speaking. When you read, you get input. When you note words, you understand. And when you speak, you turn that knowledge into real skill. That's exactly how language learning works in real life. If you follow this method consistently for just 15 minutes a day, you will definitely see improvement. Your confidence will increase, your vocabulary will improve, and speaking will become easier. The only condition is consistency. Try it for the next 7 days and notice the difference yourself. If you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more practical English and career growth content. And comment news if you want a daily practice plan from me. I'll see you in the next video.